are in relation, and so his definition of purple pill is a red pill person who decides to still be in a relationship, because you must be crazy to do that.
Okay,
And he gives advice for those people all the time.
I literally always say they always get married. Who came out with it first? I've been saying that for 2 years. Did I do it? Probably not. But like, I was saying that it doesn't matter how red pill the guy is, they always get married. All of them. Prove me wrong.
I haven't been around enough to really see that. I've just heard bad things. Like, I've heard about the PUA guys that have like self-deleted and stuff. Like, I've heard some bad stuff, but yeah, somebody just told me that like a week or two ago, that there was a PUA guy that like self-deleted like years ago.
I did hear about that.
Yeah, I don't. I'm so behind on like who everybody is.
Well, they didn't fix the average. They didn't fix the inner self. Remember, we watched the video I made.
That's what MLD kept talking about, inner game, and like he was talking about, it doesn't matter how good you are and stuff like that. And MLD is on my side about a lot. He's like, guys shouldn't sleep around either. Like, MLD was agreeing with me on almost everything. I think he's had a change of heart. He said in the last year that he's grown a lot and changed a lot.
Red pill isn't telling you to just fuck a bunch of women.
Yeah.
This has been around for a while. This isn't an old concept. Inner game, that's probably been around since it started.
Yeah, see, I didn't even know what inner game was until he said he thinks that's going to be the biggest thing in the next 10 years.
That's been a thing for years. What are you talking about?
Well, it might be bigger. It might get even bigger over the next
frame.
Decade. No, inner game.
But frame and inner game.
Yeah.
In order for dude, that's been around forever.
Yeah.
Nah. Inner game. It's like, yeah, you have to fix yourself.
See, and I didn't even know what inner game. I thought inner game was frame. Like, that's why I was telling him. I thought because to me, like, if I'm internally doing so good that I'm not going to react or do anything stupid, it's because I'm holding frame perfectly.
Sure.
So that's why I always thought inner game was just frame.
I could see that. People get frame and mental point of origin mixed up a lot, but you need to know which frame you're operating in. In order to know your frame, you got to work on the inner self. Inner game is like I've completed everything. I am high value. Therefore, I can get a girl into my frame. They're all interconnected, but it's like when you attach the word game to it, we're talking sexual strategy.
Yeah.
But like your inner self matters the most.
For your sexual strategy.
Yeah, but for yourself, like for your
confidence,
in order to get you out of bed, like to do things, because fuck the women. Like, you need to do it for you. If you're always chasing it for the woman, the woman is God.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a problem.
Yeah, and that's the big thing that they talk about all the time.
Shout out to Rouge, I think it was. You would like to see some of those stuff I'll show you. But yeah, no, game, like inner self, has always been a thing. That's why the manosphere is here.
It's just because it's all started with that type of stuff. It
all started with
like PUA and game and stuff like that.
Yeah, but like sharing notes and stuff, but it evolved. I mean, you can only give somebody a script for so long. It doesn't help you with long-term relationships. That's why we get so much hate from the other side. You just tell them to do this. Most men can't do what we say.
Scripts are ridiculous. I can't believe that somebody would tell somebody to do a script, because everything's different.
They internalize it based on all the chore play.
Yeah.
You've heard of that. We've talked about chore play. It's like, if you guys don't know what it is, it's certain articles that have been written saying men will get more pussy if the girl
if he does the dishes.
If he does the dishes. So what does that set you up for? It sets you up for you doing something for sex. Men do X plus A equals C. And what happens when she doesn't give them the sex? Resentment.
Yeah.
Amongst other things. But now you are always setting up to be in her frame.
Yeah.
And it's transactional. It's never good.
That's crazy.
Relationships are saved by dread. Dread is your prescription for when she has the frame and you need yours back. Dread.
But like, I was also reading that there's a lot of guys that have done dread and it bit them in the ass.
If you take dread to a level that is too far, God,
but there is a way. Like,
you can't
gotta go
dread
to
her for a week. Like,
or you can't like go to the strip club like we were talking about, like the extreme dread.
That is like pre-selection almost. Dread to me is withholding your attention, being more quiet. Maybe you go to the gym and she's like, why is he going to the gym? Is he trying to get hotter for a new bitch? Because every Cosmo magazine tells us as soon as a guy cares more about his appearance, he's cheating.
Oh, wow.
Fuck
Cosmo.
That's the female person. I have the perspective you guys don't see. So the fact that I know that Cosmo tells us when a guy's working on his looks more, he's fucking somebody else, that's what creates that
That dread, yeah,
anxiety.
yeah.
Yeah, so Cosmo kind of works for you
Yeah,
there.
in that favor of dread in that
I
way.
hate Cosmo, but thank God for that. Yeah.
That's crazy. See, like
Yeah.
dread is crazy because it's just so necessary, but it's so fucking stupid. It's like, oh my god, why do I gotta do this stupid shit? It's one of those things
It
that,
works though.
yeah, 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 it
Do
works
it
every
do
time.
it for our sake. Do it for the relationship, because if you asked us how to
See,
fix it, we wouldn't know.
and to me, it's very simple. Like what I don't tell guys directly, like you need to do dread game. Like I would just say, stop fucking caring. Like you act like you don't give a fuck
They
about the girl.
always
The
care.
problem, well, see, it's just all experience. Like every guy cares a lot, and it's just like
Yeah.
women. You care so much the first few relationships. You try so
But
hard,
we can drop you
but
at the top of a
yeah,
hat.
yeah, it's way easier for y'all. But like, it's the same for guys though. I think if a guy has had, like, I've had 5 serious relationships. I've lived with every one of these girls, so like I know. So like, but it made it very easy after like the second, third one to just be able to be like, I don't give a fuck. Like
But
I'm in control, type
it's
of
in
thing.
our firmware to find the guy that's going to be secure with us long term. Like if you're not showing us security signs, we're out.
Yeah.
And there's no, it's firmware, baby. Like
That's
done.
why. That's why. Like, well, the big thing that I also teach is like providing game. Like, I honestly hate every other type of game, but nobody understands what I'm saying when I say provider game.
What do
Because
you
what
mean?
I believe is provider game is like you give them the best. Like you give them a good date. Like you don't take them on a shitty date. You take,
That
you know,
is game.
like yeah, it is game. But what I'm saying is like how to get. I guess like provide. Like what I'm saying as provider is that I don't sit there and provide for them. I won't go buy them an apartment or anything like that. But I show what kind of provider I am
Yeah.
by proving, by going on a day, showing how I dress, by not like a dork, just
A
being
dork.
normal, just looking normal, having a decent car, having a decent house, having these things just show that you're a provider, and don't do anything more than that. Like what I try to tell guys is prove that's who you are, prove what kind of man you are. Like, and that's what I, on first date stuff, I will brag about myself. I will brag about the things that I have going for myself as far as money goes, or like
Mhm.
savings and stuff like that, because I'm proving who I am as a man. And then you're able to choose what you want from there. If you're the type of girl where everything I said and stuff is attractive and you like that, then you're going to come and start trying to provide value to snatch me in. But otherwise, I'm not going to do more.
The
I'm not
pro-
going to buy you all
yeah.
this stuff and do all this stupid shit.
The problem is if a guy wants to attract a good girl, she doesn't listen to what you say. She's got to see it. So obviously, like, yeah, you're taking her, you explained it, but I'm just saying a lot of times there's this misconception that men can attract a woman just with their words. And you can get a fallen woman, whatever you want to call it. Like you can get the toxic women, but women that come from stable family households, they'll take your words, but they're gonna need to see some follow up
Oh yeah,
really,
for sure.
really quickly,
Yeah.
or else they're out. They'll
Yeah.
ghost you. That's probably why, if you've ever been ghosted, you probably didn't match.
Yeah.
There.
But it's so when you're actually who you say you are, it's just
You're
so
good.
easy.
Yeah.
It's nothing. And that's the problem though, is a lot of guys do all that shit and they're not that. So maybe that's why I look like a prize, because every time I do all that stuff I prove it instantly too. So it's not
Yeah, as
like
long as
it's not like it's bullshit.
a lot of guys lie and women just have no idea. And I'm talking like the bad guys.
Yeah.
The ones we don't like.
Yeah.
So
No, one of the big things I preach on the show, I was telling you, like saving and stuff, and I always love to ask ladies, do y'all ever ask a guy about their 401ks or their IRAs or
yeah,
their HSAs?
I do. I'm like, show me your tax returns.
Yeah, and there's maybe one girl might ever see it, but it's just like y'all should actually care about this shit, because that's y'all's retirement too.
I
like,
demand an STD test too.
Really?
Yeah.
That's smart. No, honestly, like that's actually really smart. I
You
feel like most guys would
want to
do
know
it too.
want to know a secret? You can find out a girl's notch count too.
Oh.
If she's never been asked about, like, okay, if a guy's like, hey, did you get like an updated STD? I want to see it. Demand it to your boundaries. Sometimes she'll send you every time she got it done, which is every time she had a new partner, if she's like normal.
Oh wow,
You're
that's
welcome.
crazy, guys. That's so bad. That's how you find out that your girl is not the one that you want to talk to anymore.